Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of EPW Wrestling Out Loud. I'm Neil Taylor, and I'm excited to be with you here this week. It is Wednesday, so you know what that means, right? It's hump day. So 2 days in, 2 days left, 3 days left from another big night of action Saturday night right there in Boonville, EPW Arena, 1714 North 2nd Street. Bell time 8 o'clock. Doors open at about 7 o'clock. It's going to be a exciting night of action this week. Hope everybody enjoyed last week's show. A little bit different with the social distancing, the temperature checks. Hope that didn't bother anybody too bad. We want to make sure that everybody is safe and feels safe while they're enjoying some great wrestling action. And we will continue to do that. Of course, we have face mask available if that's something that you're looking for, something that you feel more comfortable with. We do have some face masks available, hand sanitizer, the whole 9 yards. So we did have a big night of action last Saturday night. Of course, most of you that were there saw what happened at the end of the show with Bone Crusher, Mick Vicious, and Brandon Savage basically left laying at the hands of the Hollywood Clique. I know that Mick Vicious and Brandon Savage took quite a beating. So we wish them speedy recovery. Hollywood Clique is a tough faction. I've been part of that myself, and they're a tough group. But we'll see what happens this week. And another thing that happened this week, if you've been following along with the Bret Michaels $1,000 that is missing, that's owed to Bret Michaels, another little twist in that saga. Hollywood Jimmy wrote Bret Michaels a check for $1,000 and said that it was good. Said he was going to make it up to him, and he actually wrote him a check right there on his back. He signed the thing right there on Bret Michaels' back. So it'll be interesting to see this week what happens if our check actually does clear or not. So it's one thing to write somebody a check; it's another thing to give them some money. So anyway, so we'll find out what happens there. Easy Rotten, who has returned to EPW, returned to EPW in Corinth a couple of weeks ago out at the Sportsplex. Hard fought match with Trace Hunt. But Easy Rotten, who was sitting in on commentary this week with Nathan Gilchrist, with Nathan, actually got involved in the Ethan Ross Steven Styles match. Not exactly sure what's going on there. I guess we'll just have to see how that pans out, to see what happens. Another thing, getting into talking a little bit about our guest for this week, who was involved in a couple of matches. Our EPW Heritage Champion Dakota Riley defeated Jay Webb, who was returning to EPW, and Keyvin Wayne, who was facing Daniel Nova, actually lost to Daniel Nova with maybe a little assist from our guest this week. So without any further ado, want to make sure and get our guest on right now. It is the one and only, let's see if I can get everything off the screen except for us. It is the one and only Mr. Dakota Riley, our EPW Heritage Champion. How are you doing tonight, Dakota?
Doing good. Let me stop you right there. That introduction sucked. Let me do it myself. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dakota Riley, and I am your Southern Heritage Champion. I'm the best thing to ever grace your presence since sliced bread. I'm here to stay for me, and you're here to pay for me. So let's get this thing going, real deal.
Well, all righty then. So I guess you've been working on that all day. Anyway, so Keyvin Wayne, at the end of his and Daniel Nova's match, who you got involved with, got involved in the end of that match, actually said that he was fed up with you. You guys have been going back and forth for probably the biggest part of 7 or 8 months, back and forth, back and forth. He says that he is willing to put his career up. Now, Keyvin Wayne has not been in the wrestling business very long. I'll give him that. He's not been in it very long, but I know he's very passionate about wrestling. I know he's always wanted to be a part of wrestling. But I'm going to say that he's fed up. He actually put his career on the line and said if he could not beat you this Saturday night, that he would back away. He would quit wrestling altogether. And he says he's ready. So let me ask you this, Dakota Riley. Are you ready?
That's a stupid question. I am always ready. I am the Southern Heritage Champion. Do you know how long I've had that title? I'm the longest reigning, despite the cough that's going on. I am the longest reigning Southern Heritage Champion. I am Mr. EPW, the king of EPW. Now, if Keyvin wants to think with his fickle mind, he's just like his fans. Every one of them are fickle. He needs to put himself in a man's place and come to the ring on his A game, because I promise this is going to be the most brutal match he has ever stepped foot in. And if it's going to be his last match, he's not taking the easy way out.
Well, Dakota, it definitely sounds like you're ready, but you know, I don't know that you're giving Keyvin. I don't know that you're giving him enough credit. Or do you think maybe you might be underestimating Keyvin just a little bit?
Listen, this all started because me and Keyvin were tagging. Do you know what he done in those tag matches? He was always laying on his back in the middle of the ring, looking up at the ceiling. And guess who had to come to save the day? Dakota Riley. Always saving the day, always cleaning up his mess that he created. So, of course, yeah, I busted him in the head with the chair. Do I have regrets about that? Absolutely not.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, it sounds like both of you are ready, but I'm telling you now, I think you're gonna have your work cut out for you Saturday night. I tell you, let's jump over. There is a ton of comments that's been coming through based on what you have been telling us about Keyvin Wayne, and of course, you always elicit a pretty solid response anytime that you are in front of anybody. So let's see if I can throw a couple of these comments up. Some of these things have got some pretty rough language in them. So let me. I'm gonna have to do a little bit. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of censorship here, unfortunately. Let's see. Well, you've got one person behind you, Julia. Julia Greer says, "Go Dakota Riley." So it looks like you've got one person rooting for you.
Smart lady.
Well, you know, I'll say this. I guess everybody has their fans. You got the flip side of that. You got Christy Owens here. It says, "Go home, Dakota."
Go home, Dakota. I would love to go back to my house in Alabama, because you know why? Alabama's full of champions. You claim you like Alabama, Christy. Why'd you move to Mississippi? You're a traitor.
Wow, that's pretty tough language. Mary Alice Stockton says, "Go Dakota Riley, you got this."
I know I got this. I always got this. I'm a Southern Heritage Champion. I always got this.
Wow, it's hey, maybe you may have a few folks behind you here. I don't know. Joey Gross, who was actually on vacation last week, has chimed in. He says, "Dakota Riley, what makes you so sure you're going to win?"
Joey Gross,
that's a good question.
If you don't want your other leg messed up, I advise you to shut up now.
Wow, that's okay. Well, I don't know how much of an answer that was, but I'll tell you. Let me ask you that question: How certain are you're going to win against Keyvin Wayne? Had a Joe Biden moment there.
I am the Dakota Riley. I am always ready, always prepared. Never cheat. I don't know who's saying I cheat. I never cheated in my life. Never have, never will. Now, for me being ready, it's my title. Nobody's going to take it from me.
Well, Joey has responded back. He actually said, Dakota, you're going to lose. So, okay, so maybe got somebody against you. Hey, I'm sure it's probably going to be a pretty tough battle come Saturday night. Cheap plug here. Just want to make sure everybody knows to get your tickets, EPWWrestlingMS.com. Get those discount early bird tickets. You don't want to miss this matchup. Dakota Riley, Keyvin Wayne. It's been a long time coming. And it sounds like from what Dakota Riley's saying, it's going to be a fight, and there's a lot of fight in Keyvin Wayne, so it's probably going to be a pretty solid matchup. Nathan Gilchrist says, let's see, Dakota Riley has ascended the throne of being the king of EPW, and it'll take a heck of a man to dethrone him.
That is correct.
So imagine that. Nathan Gilchrist is backpedaling stuff that I've heard him say previously. And evidently you and Christy Owens have something in common. So she says, she is this, okay, quote unquote, I'm a roll tide roll.
Roll tide roll. If the tide was rolling, it'd roll right over.
Well, and she also says, by cheated. So evidently she thinks, Christy Owens thinks you're going to cheat to win against Keyvin Wayne Saturday night. So let's call a spade, Dakota. I've seen you do some underhanded stuff before.
I've never cheated a day in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I guess that's a matter of opinion, but I guess we'll see what happens Saturday night. Let's see. Trying to skim through these comments as quick as I can. There's so many. Let's see. Wow, let's see. Go home, Dakota. Okay. Christy Harwell's chimed in and says that was actually talking about Bret Michaels in Hollywood, that check's going to bounce like a basketball. Let me ask your opinion on that, Dakota Riley. So Hollywood Jimmy is owed Bret Michaels $1,000 for probably 9 months. Of course, Bret Michaels hasn't seen $1 of that money. Do you think you were there Saturday night? You saw Hollywood write the check. What do you think? You think the check's gonna go through?
Well, let me tell you, I myself am a ex-Click member, and Hollywood has never done no wrong by me. Every time he said he would pay me, he paid me. So of course the check's gonna clear. Those that think it's not, it's just, as I said earlier, fickle mind. That check's gonna clear. Bret has no worries.
Okay. Oh, well, let's see. So Ann Tucker cannot wait for Saturday night. I can't wait for Saturday night either, Ann, and I know Dakota Riley can't wait for Saturday night. Although it's probably going to be a long night for Dakota Riley, I just have a feeling. Here's a comment from our EPW champion, DC Daniel Cross. He says, so what happens when Dakota loses the Southern Heritage belt?
I'm not going to lose my Southern Heritage belt, DC. How many times have you known me to lose? I never lose. I always run out of time in the match or something like that. Go back on my record. I have never lost a match clean. I've always run out of time. I will not lose my Southern Heritage title.
Okay. Laura Hallstrom says she hopes you are ready for Saturday night because it's going to be a long night for Dakota Riley, as we've said. Michael Cummings says he's got $20 on Keyvin Wayne.
$20. Well, $20 is $20, but you better put your money where it belongs, and that's on me.
Well,
I have the shirt to prove it.
I was waiting on that line. A 20 is a 20, no matter how you get it. Christy Owens is back. She says you cheated Saturday night.
I do not cheat. I do not cheat. He was in the wrong place
Well,
at the right time.
Well, I will say this. I actually was not watching the end of the match Saturday night, so I didn't catch the end of the match. I do know for a fact that Dakota Riley did come away with the win,
Exactly.
but that might be subject to review. Maybe that's something I need to go back and look at. I don't know.
No,
Somebody.
no. It was fair and square. I promise you, fair and square. The people of Boonville saw it. No need to review it. It was fair and square.
And I don't know. These comments coming in say otherwise. Let's see. So Julia says you never cheat. So
Exactly.
you still got Julia in your corner.
That's right.
So Big Gravy says Dakota Riley is a lying, cheating, low life scumbag fake champion. So that is Big Gravy. What have you got to say to that, Dakota Riley?
While I sit in my throne, Big Gravy kisses my feet.
Wow. Kisses your feet. You're really all about this king of EPW thing. So let me ask you this real quick. What makes you the king of EPW? Just so we both know.
Everybody has been thrown at me. I beat, and they've never wanted to come back for more. I've been the EPW champion. I've been the EPW tag team champion. I've been the EPW Southern Heritage champion. I've claimed everything there is to claim, and everybody else is at the bottom of the totem pole while I'm at the very top. They can't compare to me.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give credit where credit's due. You are everything that you just said. You are a 3-time champion. You're a Grand Slam champion, EPW. You're the current EPW Heritage champion. Saturday night, if you're just tuning in, we've got Dakota Riley with us, and Dakota Riley is going to face Keyvin Wayne Saturday night in a title versus career match, which means if Keyvin Wayne loses that match, he will leave the wrestling business forever. He will not compete anymore. However, if he wins, Dakota Riley will lose the EPW Heritage title. So huge night Saturday night. It's going to be a lot of action. Going to be a exciting night. Make sure you get those tickets. EPWWrestlingMS.com. Get those tickets right now. Matter of fact, I just saw a couple of orders come through, so you better get those right now. We are still at limited seating, so make sure get your tickets, get them in advance, save a few bucks, make sure you've got a seat so you can see Dakota Riley defend his EPW Heritage title against Keyvin Wayne. Title versus career. Successfully. Well, you heard him call it, boys and girls. So be there Saturday night. Dakota, appreciate you taking some time and jumping on with us on Out Loud this week. It's been, I don't know about a privilege. It's been an experience.
Well, I'm glad you could see me.
Well, the feeling's mutual. All right, Dakota, we'll see you Saturday night in the big title defense. We'll see you Saturday.
All right.
All right. So Dakota Riley, a man of many words, always a person that seems to attract a lot of controversy. He's very, 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 very confident of his win Saturday night. As like I said, he faces Keyvin Wayne for the Southern Heritage title against Keyvin Wayne's career. So make sure be there Saturday night. It's going to be a great night of action. Get those advance tickets. You can see the crawler at the bottom of the screen. Don't miss out. It's going to be a big night of action. Make sure and follow us on social media. Of course, if you're watching right now, you have liked our Facebook. I would like to ask you to jump over to Instagram. Give us a follow on Instagram at EPW Wrestling MS. We post some behind the scenes stuff on Instagram from time to time. We will be doing some Instagram exclusive content Saturday night that you won't be able to see on Facebook. So make sure and give our Instagram a like, give it a follow, and also Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, EPW Wrestling MS. Jump on Twitter. We'll be doing some exclusive content just for Twitter Saturday night also. So you've got to follow Facebook. You got to follow our Twitter. You got to follow our Instagram. Make sure and follow along everywhere that you can, because there is some stuff that you will see some places that you won't see on others. So you don't want to miss anything that is going on EPW. So like I said, a couple other things I wanted to mention real quick about Saturday night, in addition to the big match with Keyvin Wayne and Dakota Riley. Trace Hunt will be in the house. Trace Hunt made his debut at the Corinth Sportsplex show back on the 6th of June. Trace Hunt will be in the house Saturday night. So you got to make sure and come out and see Trace. Also making his EPW wrestling return will be Big Gravy will be in the house Saturday night. So Big Gravy will be right there, Boonville, Mississippi, Saturday night, bell time 8 o'clock. Doors open at 7. Be sure get those tickets in advance. Don't miss out on a big night of wrestling. Like I said, remember while we're there, practice social distancing. We do have face masks available for anybody that would like to wear one. We did have some folks there with face masks last Saturday night. Hey, if that makes you feel comfortable, I'm all for it. I want everybody to enjoy a night of wrestling, a fun night of action, fun family night of action. Also, we will be doing temperature checks again Saturday night as everybody comes through. It's no touch temperature checks. We just want to make sure that everybody's in good shape, everybody's healthy. If you are sick or if you're not feeling well, please do everybody a favor, including yourself. Stay home. We want you to be comfortable. We want you to be healthy. Enjoy wrestling action right there. We'll give a big shout out to our partner, Red Med Urgent Clinics. They have several locations here throughout here in North Mississippi. Red Med Urgent Clinics. Make sure check those guys out. They help provide our no-touch thermometers, some sanitary wipes, and some different things. So our partner in making sure that you are safe. If you have any health issues, you feel like you need to be checked out for whatever reason, make sure and go by Red Med and tell them EPW Wrestling sent you. I believe there's a location in Pontotoc, New Albany, are the closest two, all the way up to South Haven. So there's Red Med Urgent Clinics all over the area. Be sure and go by and see those guys. They're helping keep everybody safe, helping keep everybody healthy. So with that being said, make sure go get those tickets. Go get those tickets before they were gone. We were almost sold out Saturday night. We were within 10 seats of being sold out Saturday night. So make sure you got those tickets, epwwrestlingms.com. And we will see you guys Saturday night. And it's going to be a big night. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. We'll see you Saturday night in Boonville. Good night, everybody.